Hi, my name is Kaylee Corbridge, and I am the owner of KJ Event Solutions. I have so much passion for this business. I love it with all my heart, and my goal is to make it so that memories last more than one day for that bride, for that young girl who is having a quinceañera, for the high schooler who's going to their first prom. My goal is to make sure all those things are important and all those things are remembered. How this started was 5 years ago. My brother went to a dance and he bought a corsage for a girl. She went out onto the dance floor and flung her arm in the air to dance, and there went the corsage all over the floor. And he thought, oh, there goes $30 out the window. And so I thought, there's got to be a better way. There has to be. And so I started designing corsages. This is one of them, that are silk flowers, and they have a little bit of sass, a little bit of spaz, a little bit of fun. And isn't that what high school is all about? Is all those crazy things? Teenagers are so much fun, and they have so many great ideas, and they're definitely the reason this all began. Later on, I moved into the wedding world, and that's opened a whole new world of things for me. My business involves three different things. Three things that I love very much, and my business, I decided to change my name into one big name rather than separate names, because I wanted to make sure people knew that these three things were always important in my world. So those things are silk flowers, photo booths, and linens. And I'm going to mainly focus on the two first ones, which is silk flowers and photo booths, because they make me the most money and they're where the core of my love is. And so those are the things I'm going to focus on with you today. My products, I design silk flowers and I customize them to the bride's needs or the 16-year-old needs or whatever person's needs. I design them to fit what they want, but they're always silk and they will last more than one day. And then I also do photo booths, and that is my service. In that service, I have an actual old-fashioned camera with a DSLR camera in it, and it prints photo strips on the spot, and it's so cool. And people get to keep a picture from the event and take it home with them. If it's a wedding, we put a little one in a book for the bride and groom so they know who came to their wedding, but then they also get to take one and keep it. And so that's awesome. And then we also have linens that we do as a service for people. So as far as my market and my competition, I market to mainly weddings and then high school dances. Those high school students and those parents are super important to me, but those brides and their mothers are wonderful. And so those are my target markets, is making sure that I get in those two areas because they are the reason that I make the money that I do. My competition, I don't have a lot of competition. Not very many people do silk artificial flowers, but I do have competition with Etsy and with Amazon. Their quality will not be the same as what I offer, but there is the competition there. My sales strategy is to mainly on social media, Facebook, but I really love being at craft fairs and bridal expos and getting my feet in the door, because people just don't want to be sold to on Facebook anymore. They want to see the product. They want to see what's in front of them, and they want to know that what they're getting is going to be quality. And so the more I can get into these fairs and these bridal expos, the more people get to like put their hands on the product and see what I have to offer. And so that is my favorite way to sell. My strategy going forward is I'd like to get into some of the bigger bridal expos, and then also just finding new ways on social media to get my content out there. And I'm learning. It's been new for me, and that's why I came to college, is to learn more about how to promote. My revenue model, I made $5,300 in sales last year, and my pricing varies based on the product. So for a corsage and a boutonniere, which I do not have with me, it is $35, and it costs me about $10 to make the corsage and boutonniere, and it's about $25 in revenue. For a floral set, I have 4 packages, depending on how many products you want. But let's say it's 20, you wanted 20 items, I would charge $350 in labor, and then I would charge whatever the supplies were. So if it was $300 in supplies, it would be a $650 wedding. So that is how I price the weddings. And then the photo booths, I do $100 an hour plus a $50 reservation to make sure that that date is definitely reserved and I don't have people falling back on me. So um, that's been a really great way to make the money, and it's been so awesome. Um, and then, you know, even today, I had a bride come and pick up her flowers, and oh my goodness, to watch her eyes light up was just like, it warmed my heart so much. And that's what I do it for. That's why I do it. That's why I come to these competitions and I fight hard to tell people about who I am and what I do. And I would do more than anything, I would do this to continue to watch those brides' eyes light up when they see the finished product. I did do Opportunity Quest in January, and it taught me so many lessons, and I was just so grateful for it. But I ended up receiving $200. And what I ended up doing with that $200 is I used some of the money to get some flyers made. And I was supposed to be using it for the high schools, but I had already talked with the district and I had figured out how much money it was going to cost. And it's only $50 per school per year to be able to promote those items in the school. And so I was planning on getting these flyers out to the high schools, but then they ended up closing them, so there's no proms right now. And so that's kind of a bummer. But I plan to use the money in September to be able to help get some flyers into the schools to help with that part of my business. And then I'll have some extra money, and I'd like to see what I can do to learn more about the Facebook and Instagram world to be able to promote more there and to be able to get product selling in those areas a little bit more. Right now, everything is word of mouth, and that's been wonderful for me. But I'd love to find a new avenue. So I have passion for this. I love this, and thank you for your time.